When I call out your name, kindly rise and present yourself before the plenary assembly. Angola is represented by the presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Carolina Sekira, female. Botswana is the ninth presiding officer, Honorable Dumelang Saleshando, male, leader of opposition party. The Democratic Republic of Congo is represented by presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Vital Kamerhe Lwakanyingi Nkingi, male. The honorable member is not with us today. Eswatini will be represented by presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Jabulani Mabuza, male. Lesotho is a non-presiding officer, Honorable Dr. Pinky Manamolela, female, a member of opposition. Madagascar presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Tokli Justin, male. Mauritius, honorable member, as you are well aware, will be represented by a presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Shireen Amoridi Sifra, my apologies, female. Malawi will be represented by the Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker Catherine Gotani Hara, female. Mozambique will be represented by a non-presiding officer. Namibia will be a presiding officer, Honorable Speaker Professor Peter H. Kachavivi, male. Seychelles, a non-presiding officer, Honorable Richard Labrosse, male, from the ruling party. South Africa is a non-presiding officer, Honorable Sylvia Elizabeth Lucas, from the ruling coalition ANC. Tanzania, non-presiding officer, Honorable Hawa Subira Funga, from the opposition party Chadema. Zambia, presiding officer, Right Honorable Nelly Butete Kashumba Muti, State Council, Member of Parliament, FAPRA. Zimbabwe will be represented by a non-presiding officer, Honorable Maybe Mbowa, female, from the ruling party. The Regional Women Parliamentary Caucus Chairperson will serve as the ex officio, Honorable Shelley Josepha Raymond. Honorable members, we also have institutional memory members pursuant to Article 12.3 of the Constitution. Zimbabwe will be represented by Honorable Speaker Advocate Jacob Francis Zidamilimo Mudenda, male. Lesotho will be represented by the Right Honorable Tohan Sekamani, male. Eswatini, Senator Isaac Memo Magagula, former Sarak Parliamentary Forum Treasurer. Namibia, Honorable Philippus Widow Katamelo, male. Honorable members, as you are well aware, we had nominated Honorable Minister Princess Kasune for Zambia, for female. And we are aware that she has already said her goodbyes. However, this is a matter for further deliberation. Honorable members, the eligibility of candidates and the candidates tendering their interest for the position of President, Vice President and Treasurer have already been approved by the Plenary Assembly through the report of the Executive Committee sitting from the 23rd to 24th November 2024. I would like to remind honorable members that in any case, only one candidate has tendered their name for each position. Rule 43(2)(I) of the Rules of Procedure provides that, and I quote, where only one candidate is nominated for a position, that candidate shall be declared duly elected, close quote. Honorable members, for the position of President, I therefore declare Honorable Justin Tockley, Speaker of the Parliament of Madagascar, as the President of the SADC Parliamentary Forum from the term 2024 to 2026. Honorable Tockley, you may wish now to tender your acceptance speech to the plenary assembly. Please note that you have a minimum of 5 minutes. You may join me at the podium, Honorable President.
Good idea. Then good not even know just getting to
Monsieur le Président du Forum parlementaire de la SADC, Mesdames et Messieurs les Présidents des Assemblées nationales ou des parlements, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs de délégation, Mesdames et Messieurs les parlementaires, distingués invités, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, c'est un honneur et grand plaisir pour moi d'être aujourd'hui à l'occasion de cette 56e Assemblée plénière du Forum parlementaire de la délégation malagasy et moi-même tenons à vous présenter nos
Malagasy delegation would like to apologize to you for coming late because this is our ordinary session after our new legislature was installed. It is not only a budget session, but also the session where we constituted the different organs of our legislature. This session started in October and will end today on the 13th, but I chose to come to Livingstone to grace with my presence this session, and I would like to tell you on this testimony that Madagascar accords to the forum.
Excellence, Monsieur le Président,
Your Excellency, I would like
de manière optimale
to
pour le bénéfice de notre forum qui
for the
sera
benefits of our forum that will soon be transformed in public parliament. We know our efforts to honor our forum, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you. They asked me to just make an acceptance speech. That's why I'm so brief. I have a
Honorable members, another round of applause. For the position of Vice President, honorable members, I declare Honorable Sylvia Elizabeth Lucas from the Parliament of South Africa as Vice President of the Forum from the term 2024 to 2026. Honorable Lucas, you may wish to join me at the podium to tender your acceptance speech to the plenary assembly. Please note that you only have a minimum of 5 minutes. Honorable President-elect.
Thank you very much to the presiding officer. Thank you very much, Mr. President, members of Parliament. Today I'm standing before you with a profound sense of gratitude and humility as I accept the responsibility of this leadership position. I am deeply honored by the trust you have placed in me, and I am excited about the journey that lies ahead. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all the members of our parliamentary forum, every delegate at this 56th plenary assembly, in particular the members of our South African delegation under the leadership of Speaker Toko Didiza. I am truly grateful for the confidence that is bestowed on me to be part of this leadership collective of this very august forum, particularly during this historic and momentous period of its transformation into a fully fledged regional parliament. Mr. President, honorable members, it would be very remiss of me if I did not acknowledge the tremendous contribution and leadership that has come before me. The past leaders of this organization, that include the outgoing SADC-PF President, Honorable Roger Manchin, have set high standards and achieved remarkable milestones. In responding to this clarion call and duty to serve people of our region, I am committed to upholding and building upon the remarkable legacy of our former leaders and luminaries of this forum. As I assume this leadership role, I pledge to serve with integrity and transparency, drawing on experiences acquired in many leadership positions. In my country, I held both in the executive and parliament, most notably in addition to having previously served as the Premier of the province of the Northern Cape, the Deputy Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, which is the upper house of our parliament. I have also been involved in a number of international parliamentary engagements. I was a member of the South African delegation to the Inter-Parliamentary Union and attended numerous Commonwealth Parliamentary Forum meetings. At IPU, I was also part of the Krema Passive Prize Board, which in 2024 was awarded to Dr. Haroon Kabadi, former President of the National Assembly of Chad, as alluded to in her address yesterday, the Honorable Nelly Kashumba Muti. Honorable Muti awakened in us a number of shortcomings in our international engagement as a SADC region, particularly the lack of coordination of the work and efforts of our geopolitical group at IPU and other fora. This lack challenges is also observably in the Pan-African Parliament, where quite often than not, our region fails to have convergence of interest and demonstrate a unity of purpose, which is very important. As such, as I am assuming this position and preparing to contribute to taking the forum to new heights of resourcefulness, I am mindful of the need to come up with reforms and strategies to ameliorate the adverse effects of this and other challenges to the effectiveness and cumulative impact of our regional parliamentary diplomacy. In closing, honorable members, I remain convinced that we have the power to drive change, inspire others, and make a lasting impact. But all of that is only possible if we harness and leverage on our collective efforts. Ke a leboha. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President-elect. Honorable members, this concludes the election process, which has been conducted in accordance with the rules of procedure of the SADC Parliamentary Forum. Honorable members, I now refer to Article 12.5, which states that the Executive Committee shall designate one of its members as Treasurer to supervise the management of the finances of the Forum. Honorable members, the incoming Executive Committee will meet in this room immediately after this session is concluded, convened by the Honorable President, incoming, and we shall conclude the nomination of the unopposed candidate, Honorable Dr. Pinky Manamola, in accordance with our rules. Thank you very much, Honorable President. This concludes the session.
Thank you very much, SG, and please let me express my congratulations and gratitude to the new executive committee, and especially its president and vice president, who will have the responsibility of the discharge of the mandate of the forum in the next 2 years. We will move to the next order of business, and I will call on the Secretary General to read the next order.
Presentation of awards of recognition for serving in the Executive Committee for 2022 to 2024.
Pursuant to the resolution of the 56th Plenary Assembly session, I am pleased to inform the Assembly that we are presenting awards to members of the outgoing Executive Committee who have served between November 2022 to December 2024 in the following categories. Category 1, Valiant Defender of Democracy Award, to be presented to the President, Vice President, and Treasurer. Category 2, Grand Defender of Democracy Award, to be awarded to Honorable Speakers. And Category 3, Defender of Democracy Award, to be awarded to members of Parliament. I shall now invite the Secretary General to announce the recipients of the Valiant Defender of Democracy Award.
The following members are kindly requested to come forward to receive their awards. Honorable Speaker Roger Masieng, former SADC-PF President. Honorable Marie Joang Sabrina To is absent today. Honorable Senator Isaac Magagula. Honorable Mududizi M. Matsebula. Honorable President, if you allow, these are the certificates. I'll just kindly like to read the footnote. Valiant Defender of Democracy Award to Honorable Speaker Roger Masieng for dedicated, indelible service, unwavering, staunch commitment, and steadfast visionary leadership as a resilient member of the Executive Committee of the SADC Parliamentary Forum and President for the period November 2022 to December 2024. Yeah.
It is my honor to present the Valiant Defender of Democracy Award to the Honorable Marie Joanne Sabrina Tour for dedicated, indelible service, unwavering, staunch commitment, and steadfast visionary leadership as a resident member of the Executive Committee of the SADC Parliamentary Forum and its Vice President for the period of November 2022 to December 2024. The award is presented in absentia. Thank you. Democracy Award to the Honorable the Senator Isaac Nemo Magagula for dedicated, indelible service, unwavering, staunch commitment, and steadfast visionary leadership as a resilient member of the Executive Committee of the SADC Parliamentary Forum and its treasurer for the period 2023 to December 2024. Thank you, honorable members. It is also my honor to present the same award to the valiant democracy, the award of valiant defender of democracy to the former treasurer, the Honorable Mduduzi M. Matsebula, who served as our treasurer from for the period up to November 2022 to December 2023. I will ask the Honorable Senator Magagula to please take, I will ask the Speaker of the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Honorable President, we are not yet done. We are now giving out Category 2, Grand Defender of Democracy Award. The following members are kindly requested to come forward to receive their awards. In absentia, we can have the Honorable Speaker of Botswana receive the award for Honorable Speaker Pandito Mbola Chahas Kelemani of Botswana. The representative from Lesotho Parliament to receive for the Right Honorable Speaker Lohansi Kamani of Lesotho. Madagascar to receive for Honorable Speaker Christine Harijoana Razanamahosao of Madagascar. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Esperanza, Honorable Speaker in absentia of Mozambique. Honorable Speaker Thokozile Didiza of South Africa. Kindly come forward, honorable members who are here. And then the Honorable Speaker also picked for Honorable Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngakula, former Speaker of South Africa. Tanzania, leader of delegation, may come to collect for Honorable Speaker Dr. Tulia Ackson of Tanzania. Honorable Speaker Advocate Francis Nzida Mulima Mudenda of Zimbabwe. Honorable Speaker Professor Peter Hichiveti Katavivi of Namibia.
We will present these awards of Grand Defender of Democracy to the speakers for their unflinching, dedicated public service, their unwavering commitment to duty, and iconic visionary leadership as an inspiring member of the Executive Committee of the SADC Parliamentary Forum for the period November 2022 to December 2024.
Category 3, Defender of Democracy Award. May I kindly invite our members one by one so that they can have proper photo opportunities. Honorable Pedro Sebastian of Angola. Honorable Nadine Mangubulwa of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The representative of DRC may kindly collect on their behalf. The certificate reads, for dedicated service, unwavering commitment and visionary leadership as a member of the Executive Committee. Honorable Rachel Zulu, Malawi. Honorable Philippas Widow Katamelo, Namibia. Honorable Princess Kasune, Zambia. Honorable Regina Esperon, former Regional Women's Parliamentary Caucus Chairperson. Honorable Shirley Raymond, RWPC Chairperson. I apologize, Honorable Member. It is an error on our part. You have not yet concluded.
We once again congratulate all the recipients of these awards. I want to assure you that your dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the principles of democracy have been exemplary. On behalf of the SADC-PF, we express our deepest gratitude for your service, and we look forward to your continued interest in the affairs of SADC-PF through your parliaments, and also continued success in all your endeavors. Thank you very much. I will now invite the Secretary General to read the next order.
I now invite the outgoing and incoming presidents to come to the podium for the official presentation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum Constitution, Rules and Procedure and Tools of Authority.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable members, for your patience. Honorable members, in the spirit of good democratic practices, we are about to witness a momentous occasion that marks a transition symbolizing our shared commitment to unity and progress. And that is the handover ceremony between the President-elect, the Honorable Speaker Justine Tokeli, and myself, the outgoing President. It is now my pleasure to invite the Secretary General to facilitate this handover. Secretary General.
Thank you, Honorable outgoing President. May I kindly invite the incoming President to come to the podium.
I, as outgoing President, hereby entrust the incoming President with our esteemed institutions' principal guiding documents, namely the Constitution and the rules of procedure, which shall serve as the instruments of authority and foundation for your leadership.
Honorable members, today we are witnessing a seamless leadership transition, a defining hallmark of the SADC Parliamentary Forum's unwavering commitment to democracy, good governance, and the values we hold dear. This ceremony is far more than a procedural formality. It is a vibrant celebration of continuity, mutual respect, and the shared vision that propels the mission of the SADC Parliamentary Forum ever forward. As we pay tribute to the dedication and remarkable achievements of the outgoing president, we also pledge our unwavering support and collective trust to the incoming president. With the confidence and hope, we look to the leadership to steer us into the next transformative chapter of our journey over the coming years.
Merci, Monsieur le Président sortant. Je reçois humblement la Constitution et le règlement intérieur. Je les considère avec un profond respect et une profonde compréhension de leur importance. Ils constitueront
they constitute the cornerstone of my leadership, which in every decision, which will be guiding all my decision and action to defend the values and the mission of the SADC-PF.
With this gavel and hammer, I pass on the authority to lead and preside over the SADC proceedings with integrity and fairness.
Merci, Monsieur le Président sortant.
Outgoing.
J'accepte ces maillets et ces
I
marteaux
accept
avec
this
humilité, un profond sens de
with a
responsabilité,
deepest humility and the sense
symbole
of responsibility,
puissant, et la
which is a
confiance
powerful
et
symbol of the
l'autorité conférée à
trust
cette
and the authority
Je
that
m'engage
has been
à
given to
défendre
me.
les
I
principes,
undertake to
les
defend the
devoirs et les
principles
valeurs du
and
PF
the values of the
avec
SADC-PF
intégrité,
with
équité et
integrity,
dévouement.
equity, and dedication.
Very good. Yeah, yeah. You have to read the order. I now invite the Secretary General to read the next order.
Presentation. Presentation of the communique for the 56th Plenary Assembly.
I invite the Right Honorable Nelly communique is available in English. It will be translated as it is presented, and the copies in other languages presented after.
Communique for the 56th SADC Parliamentary Forum Plenary Assembly Session, 6th to 15th December 2024, Livingstone, Zambia. Theme: Leveraging Technology and Innovation for Smart, Inclusive and Responsive Parliaments in the SADC region. 1. The 56th Plenary Assembly Session of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, SADC-PF, was hosted by the Parliament of the Republic of Zambia from 6th to 15th December 2024 at the Radisson Blu Hotel and Resort in Livingstone, Zambia, under the theme Leveraging Technology and Innovation for Smart, Inclusive and Responsive Parliaments in the SADC region. 2. In attendance at the 56th Plenary Assembly were 13 of the 15 SADC-PF member parliaments, namely Angola, Botswana, Democratic Republic of Congo, Eswatini, Lesotho, Madagascar, Malawi, Namibia, Seychelles, South Africa, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Apologies were duly recorded from the parliaments of Mauritius and Mozambique. 5 of the parliaments in attendance were led by female presiding officers, which accounts for 38%. 6 were led by male presiding officers, which accounts for 46%. And 2 were led by male members of parliament, 15%. 3. The 56th Plenary Assembly was officially opened on Monday, 9th December 2024, by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, who was represented by the Republican Vice President, Her Honor Mrs. W.K. Mutalena Lumango, MP. 4. In his opening remarks, His Excellency the President congratulated the SADC Parliamentary Forum for successfully obtaining the 12 signatures from the SADC member states, which was the minimum requirement to amend Article 9(1) of the SADC Treaty to establish the SADC Parliament as one of the SADC institutions. 5. The President added that transforming the forum into a regional legislative assembly was important for the SADC region and for the African continent. He further expressed confidence that the remaining SADC member states would soon sign the agreement. 6. His Excellency the President assured the forum that Zambia remained committed to the establishment of the regional parliament and pledged Zambia's support at both national and regional levels towards all processes and procedures leading to the successful completion of the process. He further pledged Zambia's support for the effective operation of the SADC Parliament once established. 7. The President further stated that the theme of the 56th Plenary Assembly resonated deeply with the Zambia's aspiration and resolve to achieve sustainable development through the adoption of technology and smart innovations. In this regard, he indicated that Zambia was committed to developing information and communication technologies, ICTs, infrastructure in the country based on the realization that ICT is a catalyst for socio-economic transformation of nations globally. 8. A symposium on the theme was held on 10th December 2024. It was noted that the adoption of new technologies, including artificial intelligence, would result in enhanced efficiency in the parliamentary operations, as it had the potential to eliminate inherent inefficiencies. However, there was need for full appreciation and mitigation of the possible dangers inherent in such technology if it was to be used safely. 9. The plenary assembly deliberated on and adopted resolutions pertaining to the multiple matters of interest pursuant to its consideration of various reports. Country reports on the progress made on the implementation of the resolution of the 55th plenary assembly were considered. Other reports considered were those submitted by the forum's organ, including the executive committee, standing committees, the regional women's parliamentary caucus, RWPC, and the regional parliamentary model law oversight committee. 2 motions were also considered by the 56th plenary assembly. Through these deliberations, the resolutions adopted by the plenary assembly touch on various policy, administrative, and financial matters of the forum. 10. The Assembly expressed satisfaction that the amendment of the SADC Treaty to establish the SADC Regional Parliament came into force on 11th July 2024, following the 12th signature of the agreement amending the treaty by the Parliament of the Democratic Republic of Congo. In this regard, the 56th Plenary Assembly reiterated the Forum's appeal to member states which were yet to sign the agreement to consider doing so. The Forum also reiterated its resolve to continue with its lobbying efforts in order to garner sustained support for the remaining procedures towards the completion of the transformation process. 11. The 56th Plenary Assembly received an update from the Speaker of the Parliament of Zambia on the proceedings of the 149th IPU Assembly and other related meetings held from the 13th to the 17th October 2024 in Geneva, Switzerland, pursuant to Rule 45 of the Rules of Procedure. 12. Pursuant to Rule 45 of the Forum's Rules of Procedure, the 56th Plenary Assembly received an update from the Honorary Deputy Speaker and leader of the delegation of Botswana on the 2024 Botswana general elections held on 30th October 2024. 13. In the quest to promote and strengthen collaboration between the SADC PF and its various partners, and pursuant to Rule 44.5 of the Rules of Procedure, the 56th Plenary Assembly received solidarity messages from the representatives of the following partners. 1. The Chadler Institute of Justice on commitment to partnership with SADC PF to develop the SADC PF model law on mining and to enhance parliamentary action on sustainable governance of critical minerals in the SADC region. 2. The Secretary General of the Climate Vulnerable Forum, CVF, and former President of the Maldives, His Excellency Muhammad Nasheed, on strengthening partnership with the SADC Parliamentary Forum to advance parliamentary climate action for the implementation of the Paris Agreement in the SADC region. 3. The Konrad Adenauer Stiftung on a commitment to partnership with the SADC PF to advance parliamentary leadership and legislative effectiveness for energy security, renewable energy transitions, and climate resilience in the SADC region. 4. The Africa Climate Foundation on commitment to partnership with the SADC-PF to advance parliamentary action on climate resilience and food security in the SADC region. 14. On the sidelines of the 56th Plenary Assembly, the Forum, in partnership with the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, launched the SADC-PF Parliamentary Alliance on Agri-Food Systems, Food Security and Nutrition. The alliance seeks to empower parliamentarians across the region to champion legislative actions, policy reforms, and advocacy efforts to achieve the hunger-free Southern Africa and strengthen the Forum's commitment to fostering in Africa. 17. Pursuant to Article 11.2 of the Forum's Constitution and Rule 10 of the Rules of Procedure, the 56th Plenary Assembly held the elections to elect the new membership of the Executive Committee to lead the Forum and the new office bearers for the period 2024 to 2026 as follows. The Right Honorable Speaker Tokeli Justin, Madagascar, President. Honorable Sylvia Elizabeth Lucas, South Africa, Vice President. Honorable Dr. Dinky Rosemary Manamolela, Lesotho, Treasurer. 18. Pursuant to its earlier resolution, the 56th Plenary Assembly presented awards to members of the outgoing Executive Committee who served between November 2022 to December 2024 in the following categories. 1. Category 1, Violent Defender of Democracy Award, to be presented to the President, Vice President, and Treasurer. Category 2, Grand Defender of Democracy Award, to be awarded to the Honorable Speakers. And Category 3, Defender of Democracy Award, to be awarded to Members of Parliament. 19. The Plenary Assembly expressed its appreciation to the Parliament of the Republic of Zimbabwe for its offer to host the 57th Plenary Assembly session, of which specific dates and programs are to be communicated in due course. Done at Livingstone, Zambia, on 13th December 2024. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker Muti, for presenting the communique at the end of the business of this plenary assembly. I will now invite the Secretary General to present the next order.
Closing statement for the 56th Plenary Assembly Session. My sincere apologies. May I kindly be given a moment?
Honorable members, before moving to the next order, I wish to give the floor to one of our eminent members, the Honorable Peter Kachavivi, to make a point of order. Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know my members of the Namibia National Assembly will be questioning that point of order. Honorable President, I really observed something very exciting, particularly you as the outgoing president of our institution and the colleague from Madagascar, the consolidate our regional institution. Having said that, the purpose of my taking the floor is more to do with you, Honorable President. I would like to place on record our thanks and appreciation for the manner in which you have guided the deliberations of our institution. You have such an extraordinary ability to be calm, to be patient, and to be tactful as you guide the work of the SADC Parliamentary Forum. For that, you have indeed done so well. And I just want once again to say thank you once again for a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor, for the kind words. I will give the floor to the Honorable Speaker of Angola.
Senhor Presidente, muito obrigada. Em nome de todos os speakers do Fórum Parlamentar da SADC, pedia que não fechasse ainda a reunião, porque temos uma surpresa.
Não foi bem. Não deu graça com o
Recording in progress.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Honorable members, a few words about the presentation before I ask the Secretary General to read the next order. I am extremely moved. I believe this gift represents the spirit of SADC-PF in conferring me a symbol which will mark my tenure of 2 years of the SADC Parliamentary Forum as its president. I am extremely grateful by the generosity and the friendship that you have extended to me, and I thank Madam Speaker of Angola for being the person that presented this gift on this occasion. I noticed that the gift is a carving of various natural instances of Africa. In other words, the animals, the wild animals that represented. I noticed that at the top is the elephant, which may have been linked to Professor Kachavivi's remarks, because the elephant is a symbol of calm, patience, and also memory. So thank you very much. As I stand here, honorable members, permit me to ask from here, dispensing with the formality, to the next order of the day.
Closing statement for the 56th Plenary Assembly session by the outgoing SADC Parliamentary Forum President, Honorable Roger Massier.
Thank you, Secretary General. I find it very hard to control my emotions at this point. I am feeling torn between different kinds of emotions. First of all, the gratitude that I have expressed, and also the sadness that I feel at the end of this mandate. I will struggle to do the duty that I need to do as President in presenting these closing remarks. And I took the foolhardy step of coming to deliver these remarks without a prepared speech. I may regret this, but this is the kind of risk that I have taken now and then in my political career. First of all, before I go any further, I want to again thank the Speaker of Zambia for the communique, which I also wish to claim as part of my closing remarks. Why? Because she has encapsulated all of the work that we have done in this plenary assembly, and also looking back over the 2 years of our mandate. Because in a lot of ways, this plenary assembly does not stand alone by itself. It is really the culmination of the work that we have done over the past 2 years. So thank you, Speaker of Zambia, our colleague Ms. Nelly Muti, for having taken up this very large part of what I needed to do, and I do not need to repeat. I stand on what you have said. But as I say this, let me just add a note about how important the various items that he has mentioned has been in terms of the work of SADC-PF. They all represent a part of our mandate, what we need to do. The resolutions, of course, represent the continued work that our standing committees together with our members and our member parliaments, have done over the 2 years on the issues that SADC-PF has adopted and to which it has given considerable attention. You name it. The social issues, the economic issues, the climate issues, these are all the concerns that we have taken up, and the resolutions that have been presented in this plenary assembly have summarized the work that has been done and also traced the path for the future to the work that we need to continue to do. So I believe this sums up in a large part all our concerns. But of course, there are other aspects of it. The country reports that we have heard testify to the contribution of each member parliament in these issues. So we know that all our member parliaments have adopted these precious issues and continue to work on it, and we continue to hear of progress that is being made. We continue to testify to the advancement of the work that we are doing, just as we also note the challenges that remain. So this also reflects a large part of what we stand for. But the occasion is also for networking. Sitting together, talking, discussing, hearing each other gives us a breadth of experience of what our members, our colleagues in SADC-PF are thinking and what they are concerned with. So the spirit with which we do this work, which brings us together in collaboration, is also very important. And the networking also includes the side events that we have been invited to take part in, because they also have helped us to build bonds of collaboration and friendship. So all of that is what is very important for us. The plenary, one of the aspects of the plenary is that it introduces us also to a number of partners. And I am very appreciative that in this plenary we have been joined, we have had messages of support, of commitment, and of continued collaboration from many partners on the issues that we face. We have also taken many decisions for ourselves. The decisions on finance, for example, has been a particularly stressful decision that we have grappled with, and but we need, for the sake of our organization, to face the need that we have for making sure that our organization can survive and thrive. We have heard, I cannot miss noting that we have heard of the progress that we have made on two key issues. One of them is the transformation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum into regional parliament. We have said a lot about this, and I don't need to say much more, but it is a milestone, and we have marked it in this plenary. There is also the establishment of the trust, which we hope will make a great contribution to the financial stability of SADC-PF. So these are two milestones that we have marked in this event, and of course they too represent the years of work that we have put in this. At the end of my mandate, I don't know, I can't really do justice to the collaboration and the cooperation that I have received from all of you who have been members of SADC-PF. If you ask me, I will find very little to say for what I have achieved myself, because at no point in this journey have I felt that I was doing something. I always felt that it was the SADC PF forum, the team that was at work and that was achieving results. So, my dear friends, any credit that I can claim is due entirely to you. Now, I have many people, many groups to thank for, and I may not do justice to all of them. But of course, the outgoing plenary members and the outgoing executive committees come foremost in my mind. And I want to thank you for what you have done for SADC PF, the contribution that you have made to the work of the organization, but also to the support that you have given me in achieving my part of it. I, of course, cannot understate the contribution of the SADC PF Secretariat, led by our Secretary General, Buemo Segoma, in maintaining this organization and in assuring, one, that it achieves its operational goals, that it holds the activities and events that it is mandated to do in our constitution, and also that it does what is necessary to keep the work of SADC PF ongoing. So, Secretary General, please convey my thanks to all the members of your team for that. Thank you. I believe it has been such a great pleasure to have this plenary session in the city of Livingstone in Zambia. As I said earlier, a place that is my first visit. The hospitality that we have received and the collaboration in facilities, in services, and in just making this plenary session happen has been wonderful. And there will not be enough words for me to thank the Speaker of Zambia, Honorable Nelly Muti, her team, the other members of Parliament, and also her secretarial staff who have given us this very great opportunity. Honorable members, at the end of my mandate, there is a very simple word to say, and that is thank you. Now, having concluded our proceedings for the 56th Plenary Assembly, I would like to call the incoming President, the Honorable Justin Tokeli of Madagascar, to please join me here at the podium for a moment. I have invited the Honorable Speaker, the incoming President, to be here just as a symbol of continuity in the work of SADC Parliamentary Forum, as I take the occasion to hereby adjourn the Plenary Assembly until the 57th Plenary Assembly session, to be hosted by the Parliament of the Republic of Zimbabwe in June or July 2025. The specific dates to be announced later. And, Honorable Speaker, to express our thanks jointly to the Speaker of Zimbabwe for the invitation that he has extended, and also the endeavor that he and his team will make in providing hospitality for the next plenary assembly. Honorable members, thank you for your participation and dedication to this travel, and I wish you all a safe return home as well as a pleasant ending of your stay in Zambia. Thank you. Honorable members, I now call the meeting to a close and remind the members of the Executive Committee that they should stay behind to finish the business that has been introduced. Thank you.
Good afternoon. You are tuned in to Parliament Television, Parliament Radio, and also on our Facebook page. That note brings us to the end of the 56th Plenary Assembly of the SADC Parliamentary Forum that started on the 8th of December and up to today under the theme Leveraging Technology and Innovation for Smart, Inclusive and Responsive Parliaments in the SADC region.
Close. L'élection des trésorières. Je voudrais demander aux membres du comité exécutif sur le patron de se patienter encore, s'il vous plaît. Membres du comité exécutif patron.
Of the 56th plenary session of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, and delegates just sharing final remarks to each other. Of course, they're still together up to late in the evening, and of course tomorrow there's some light activities for the delegates. Julius.
Of course, there's one more part that like indicated for tomorrow's program. There's a tour of the one border stop. One border post, one stop border post that is shared between Zambia and Botswana. That is in Kazungula and also Kazungula Bridge. That is one point that was indicated. That is a demonstration of integration in the SADC community, because it opens a north-south corridor in terms of easing transportation of goods and its people.
And of course, the delegates will have a fair share of what Livingstone Town has to offer. Remember, prior to this, conference, we did have a chat with the Minister of Tourism, and he talked about, the importance of having such an occasion tourism-wide. So some of the monies that the delegates have come with is going to remain here in Zambia, which is going to earn us a bit of some, foreign exchange, Julius.
Of course, because delegates have spent some kind in terms of accommodation, in terms of buying a few items from our stores or shops, and also the visit to the Victoria Falls also leaves a little of foreign exchange in our country. That's the benefit of hosting an event of this nature.
Absolutely. So we'll run you through what has been considered from the time this conference opened. We did see arrivals. You and I were there. Before we even get to the motions, there was a number of discussions that were, presented on the floor of the House, ranging from, issues of, gender, equality, issues of climate change. And we also had a segment where members of parliament or delegates actually spoke to the theme, which was leveraging technology and innovation for smart, inclusive and responsive parliaments in the SADC region. So we had quite a number of delegates actually adding their voice regarding this theme, stating that it's high time that all parliaments in the SADC region actually, stick to, artificial intelligence because most of the proceedings that happen in the SADC region are actually, we use Facebook, we use radio, we use television actually, to send messages out there to the masses regarding those that follow parliamentary proceedings.
And of course, it is also important also to note that countries presented their country reports where we stand in the use of information technology facilities in holding their meetings, and even if it's not complete yet, but at least there was positivity that was coming from various countries, so indicate that their parliaments are moving towards that drive. But of course, there's a core in that symposium that it's high time that artificial intelligence was embraced, and of course to be used with a lot of responsibility, so that it enhances service delivery to the people.
Absolutely. Issues of climate change, Julius, we are top on the agenda. There's a lot that's happening in this region climate-wise. We've had a drought. We're fearing actually that we might have another drought. And so there are a lot of measures that the delegates have actually put in place to ensure that no one goes to bed hungry. We saw some, members of parliament from different countries being presented with a title that's champions of food security, Julius.
Yes, indeed. Our own Wengo member of parliament, Mr. Michelo Kasauta, as well as the Nyimba member of parliament, Mr. Menyan Zulu, among those champions that were unveiled during that ceremony that we saw just after the inaugural launch of that collaboration of parliaments as they fight to mitigate climate change in the region.
Of sexual reproductive health were also discussed. A number of countries in the SADC region actually are facing these issues, and as you can hear from the background, there's another meeting that's taking place from the executive. So we might have to wrap up quickly so we can leave them to their meeting.
All right, and so we saw adoption of those reports in a nutshell. Successful hosting of this ceremony of this conference, the 56th and the 57th, to be hosted by Zimbabwe.
Absolutely.
So sincerely want to thank our followers or listeners, those of you who've stuck to our broadcast from the time that we started until the close of business today.
Thank you for your time.
Recording stopped.